Hey Astley, nice having you here after a long time, huh?
Yeah, it's awesome to catch up. Good to see your face and good to connect again and get each other's energies, have a bit of a conversation before, and then kind of get into
Mm,
your kaupapa, which I'm excited to talk about because I know that you're here to help people and I'm keen
mm.
to do the same.
I know, that's how we connected originally, didn't we?
Mm.
Mm.
My name is Astley Nathan. I am a radio host on Flavor, work for NZME. I'm kind of like a bit of an entrepreneur, got a couple of things going on, which is exciting. And yeah, that's really it. I like sports and I like family too.
Mm, mm.
But I don't know. That's a big question. What do I want to let people know about, or what?
More likely, what is what is it that bugs you in life? What is it that makes you excited and you wanna
Mm,
tell others about the same stuff? You wanna basically share your experiences, whatever they are, and they're different for everybody, yeah?
I guess for me, like recently, what I've been going through, there's like a lot of things, and it's like, where do you kind of start? But for me, I've had a very blessed life. Um, I was raised by my mother and my stepfather, and they both raised me with nurture and love. So I've always had kind of a kind spirit and love in my heart, and I'm happy to share my emotions or talk about my feelings or connect with people on a deeper level.
Mm,
And I guess for me now, seeing the blessing or the blessed life that I've had in the way that I was raised, and then seeing other people who didn't necessarily grow up with the same love or nurture in their households and how they kind of operate in this world,
mm,
I kind of feel like a little bit sad for them. So I guess for me, one of the things that I'd love to see or love to have an impact on this world is
mm.
how do I get those people from that state into a state of, you know what, life is good.
Mm.
Life is great. There's so many opportunities in this world,
Yeah.
and you can do or be whoever you want to be. And I'm not saying that necessarily I'm at that stage in my life now,
Mm.
but I'm working on getting to that place where I wake up every day and I go, man, I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to do what I'm doing throughout the day. I've got time to do what I want to do, create what I want to create,
Mm.
be who I want to be, and surround myself with like people that are in line with that and those same values. Because I
Yeah.
think like at the end of the day, just want to be happy, and I want as many people that I connect with to be happy and flourishing in their own lives as well.
Yes, totally. Do you think there are many people like your age who are that aware? Do you see that much around you?
Yeah, I think so. Like if anything, I think the younger generations, because they're exposed to so much more information,
Mm.
they're starting to realize what we realize at a later date, that being authentic and being true to who you are is the most important thing.
Mm.
And as much as you kind of get sidetracked with social media and the bits and bobs of living in a digital world,
Mm.
some of these kids and people my age understand that. And I think with COVID as well, also it's given people time to realize, hold on, do I even like the job that I'm at?
Yeah.
Do I enjoy what I'm doing? Am I waking up going, yeah, I want to go to work? Majority of people are not. And
Mm.
I think that people are starting to clue on to the fact that like we've got one life to live.
Mm.
We've got, X amount of time on this earth.
I just admire the way you can express and share emotions. That's what you were talking before, yeah? Because I see it still very little in men, especially, saying what they feel, what they want. And we were not taught that, but that's not a good excuse because, as you're saying, if you want to find who you are, you need to go and open up and chase that person inside you, yeah?
Yeah, I think it's a blessing for me. As I said, I was raised by a solo mum, so My father left when I was 3, so I never really had that father figure in my life. And you know, I was raised predominantly by women, so my feminine side is very apparent in the way that I operate. That represents communicating and empathy and respect for others, you know. So I'm comfortable and I'm happy speaking about these things because I feel like vulnerability and emotion, vulnerability mainly, is strength now.
Totally.
Being vulnerable is an amazing thing, and when you go into that state, or when you share things that actually are like, you know, have a lot of meaning to you in your life, and you share that with other people, that vulnerability now allows you guys to connect on a deeper level, and it opens and offers a chance for that other person to be vulnerable as well. So that's something that I'm pretty big on as well. I don't know if that's necessarily like my life purpose or something like that, but I'd like more people to be open and vulnerable to anyone in their life. You don't have to speak on like social media videos or, you know, broadcast that to the world, but be vulnerable with your mum. Be vulnerable with your dad.
Do you remember when we met, we were just talking about that, because I see that the society is aching in that area of emotional freedom somehow, but they're aching only because of choice. They've chosen not to speak, not to go deep in that. Why? They're suffering more and more. They're paying crazy money to therapy and psychiatrists, you know, instead of just sitting and being still and enjoying who they are. But they're not trained, but they haven't been given the choice to do that, like you were given that choice. In a way, I'm saying, when you were raised by women somehow, And I think it's huge, but it's very beautiful to watch that, because I bump into young guys, and when it becomes emotional or personal conversation, they go away, they turn around, or they change the topic, So I believe that has to change, but we can just raise awareness in that area and keep talking, and we don't have to feel alone, although we will feel with some people, and that's okay.
I think it's changing a lot. Like, I think men in particular are understanding and now are more accepting of, you know, sharing emotion. What I'm saying is nothing groundbreaking, but it was considered weak to talk, to show emotion, to say I love you, to say I'm so proud of you, son, like, you're amazing. Or a male to go to another man and be like, yo, I'm suffering from anxiety, depression, like all of that stuff was never really, that wasn't a thing back in the days, yo.
In every area and aspect of your life, you can bring that nurturing, vulnerability, and emotional connection, because that's what stays. When we leave this place, we stay with the relationships that we've learned from. There's nothing else we take from here, but that relationships that created us is whoever we are. I know. I love it, because I think you are helping the younger generation in a way to wake up and say, stand up for yourself and find who you are before you jump to the next thing.
I think that's probably the biggest lesson I've learned. Like, is a quote from one of my friends: knowing who I am enhances me like nothing else can. And that's gonna stay with me for the rest of my life. The more people that know each other or know themselves, there'll be a better world, because if you know who you are, you can make those real relationships with people, because you know straight away, oh, Adriana, no, I don't like her and like what she has to say, and, you know, her vibe and energy, so I'm going to stay away. And what does that unlock? It unlocks time for you to meet someone else, or find someone else who connects with you, or connect with yourself because you've got more time, you know. Legitimately, there is only the present moment that you need to be aware of, you know. Like, a lot of us get caught up in our past and our history, and we make decisions in our lives now based on past experiences. And then a lot of us focus on the future. Where am I going to be? What am I going to do when I'm 50? Am I going to have a house? Oh shit, I got this thing due next week. How am I going to? But really, the only moment that we have is right now.